Hey there, this is Teacher Ola Podcast, episode 91, Little, Few versus a Little, a Few. My name's Ola and I'm an English teacher. My goal is to help you start speaking English with confidence and get rid of speaking barriers. It's time you started speaking English fearlessly. I've been there. I was unable to speak English for many reasons that now I call a language blockade. Today, I teach people like you how to speak English with confidence. So go to my website for full transcripts and worksheets to each episode. Happy learning! Hello, welcome to today's episode. It's grammar, so it has to be short. You know my philosophy. Grammar, okay, that's important, but serve it in little nuggets, in bite-sized chunks, so that no one gets overwhelmed and too confused to use it. Let's jump right in. There's no time to waste. Okay, let's begin. Little and few both have this negative connotation. There's something nostalgic to those words, if you catch my drift. Little is used with uncountable nouns, few is used with countable nouns. Little water, little energy, little time, little money. Few friends, few carrots, few books, few chairs. When I said those words carry negative meaning, I meant that you emphasize the small amount or number of something. Listen to this example. Few members of the family accept me. Sad story, you hear that? I'm not happy with the number of family members who accept me. There are too few members of the family who accept me. You can hear it. Few members of the family accept me. One more example, this time with little. Have a listen. I have little time to prepare for the class. Did you hear that? I have little time. Not happy. There's not enough time for me to prepare for the class. The difference between few and little here is that you use few with plural countable nouns, whereas you use little with uncountable nouns. I know I said it before, but just to make sure. I have few friends, I have little energy. The glass is half empty for me. I'm a pessimist here, you know? Okay, we'll come back to those same examples and I'll give you more in just a minute. But first, let's look at few, and a little. Can you guess the difference already? A few for starters. Again, not much changes. You use it for countable nouns. This time though, well, have a listen yourself. I have a few friends. I have a few friends. A few friends. Did you hear that? The glass seems to be half full for me right now. I count my blessings. I'm grateful for those few friends I have. How about the little? Listen to the example sentence. I have a little time, so let's have a coffee. What? I have a little time. I don't have much. Still, I don't complain. It is what it is. Now I sound more optimistic, don't I? I have a small amount. I have a small number, but it's enough and I'm happy. Okay, just be careful not to oversimplify it. Don't forget logic. If you omit an article a with something negative, something you don't want, it's good, isn't it? It's not that if you don't use a before a noun, it's always negative. It depends on your approach to the noun. If I hate problems, like we all do, I'm happy to say I have few problems with him. They are irrelevant. I'll manage. I'm fine. If I add a before problems, well, listen. I have a few problems with him. Oops, too bad. Let's have an example with some uncountable nouns. Let's take the weather. We often forget it's uncountable, so we say sometimes such a good weather. And that's a mistake because weather is uncountable. In other words, it's far better to say such nice weather. Let's take the weather as an example here and listen. We had little bad weather. Am I sad? Goodness no, I'm happy. We had good weather most of the time. We had little bad weather. I hope you don't feel confused. Honestly, I'm fairly sure you are, and that's okay, that's normal. It takes time and effort to get the grasp of those nuances because, let's be honest, those differences are easy to overlook. Subtle differences, easily missed, but they can change their meaning. And this is why we are dealing with this today. The differences we've covered today are relevant for your communication, for getting your message across. Being able to convey the thoughts from your head to someone else's head is what is called fluency. Don't skip this worksheet I have prepared for you for today. You really need to practice translations. But first, let's practice here and now. Let's get you speaking out loud. Wearing a mask does not serve as an excuse to go on and repeat out loud. Here we go. Few members of the family accept me, so I feel lonely. Few members of the family accept me, so I feel lonely. I had a little time to prepare before we had to go, so we didn't feel stressed. We had a little time to prepare before we had to go, so we didn't feel stressed. I had a little interest in animal rights until I realized how important it is. I had little interest in animal rights until I realized how important it is. All she wanted was a few moments on her own, just to wind down. All she wanted was a few moments on her own, just to wind down. I have little water left, there's not enough to share. I have little water left, there's not enough to share. There are only a few people she can trust. It's really sad. There are only few people she can trust. That's really sad. She's able to save a little money every month. Soon she'll afford a new car. She's able to save a little money every month. Soon she'll afford a new car. We have a few eggs, so we can make an omelette. We have a few eggs, so we can make an omelette. She's lucky. She has few problems. She's lucky. She has few problems. I can't make cookies. I have little sugar. I can't make cookies. I have little sugar. I have a few strawberries to give away. Would you like one? I have a few strawberries to give away. Would you like one? Nicely done. I hope this episode helped. I'm realistic though, and I want the same from you. Please don't think this is enough. To make sure you've embraced this topic and that you are able to use it, you have to practice some more. That's why I have prepared a worksheet for you. Go to your inbox, download it, and translate the sentences. Don't forget to read them out loud later. If you don't have the worksheet, you're not a member of Top People, but relax, that's fine. Just grab it at teacherola.com/91. When you get it, you will become a member. That's free, so enjoy. Thank you for listening, and please share this podcast, this episode, with just one person, your friend, your family member who accepts you. Please spread the message. No matter how enormous your language blockade is, no matter how big trauma you carry from school, how teachers failed you, or how shy or introverted you are, you can start speaking English fearlessly. There's zero doubt about it. Subscribe to this podcast if you haven't yet. Please rate it in iTunes if you can. And I'll see you here next Wednesday. We will be talking about the new personality you get or you can get when you speak a foreign language. Happy learning. Take care. Stay fearless and say it out loud. Bye.